for the first time in NASCAR history, the NASCAR, or I guess all three series, the Cup, Truck, and Xfinity series, will be racing on an active military base. 2026, June 19th through June 21st, the NASCAR tour will go to San Diego, more specifically, the Coronado Naval Base. Yes, there has been reports, rumors, whatever you want to call it, of NASCAR going to San Diego for months now, essentially replacing the NASCAR street race at Chicago. Well, now it's going to be on the other side of the country. It's going to be in Southern California. It's going to be in San Diego, but we didn't know where in San Diego until a couple weeks ago when reports started to circle around NASCAR looking at the naval base, Coronado. Coronado is an island just off of the coast of California. Well, I guess Coronado's still technically California. It's off the mainland. All right, there's San Diego. You got the coast there. Then there's a bridge that goes over to Coronado. Over there, you got like this hotel resort. There's like a haunted room in it. And then you got a bunch of neighborhoods and whatever. You got restaurants. And then there's a giant naval base. You got aircraft. You got boats. All the typical Navy stuff. And while these reports were coming out and things were leaking out, what we did not know is that there was a movie being made by NASCAR itself. To announce this big, massive news, they actually got a few NASCAR Cup Series drivers to go to San Diego, to go to the naval base, and they actually kind of did like a mini Top Gun almost. Like parts of it were like Top Gun. They got the nicknames. They kind of threw the reference, the Need for Speed, all that stuff. But then they put them in airplanes. I'm pretty sure they actually put them in airplanes, fighter jets. They put them on a boat. They acted like they were getting trained up. They had some, what I'm assuming are Navy SEALs go and, kidnap sounds so bad, go and take the drivers against their will. That also sounds bad. To go to the naval base for their training for the street race in San Diego. So great job by the NASCAR digital team, the NASCAR creative team to put that together. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's NASCAR's most recent video on YouTube. It's on their Twitter. I'm sure it's on their Instagram, Facebook, whatever. But that was a really smart, really clever. They had some really funny lines, and they're like, when they finally got to the part when they had to talk about, hey, how are we going to get around this place? Someone yells, why didn't we get SVG? Because, you know, he's really good at the road course and street course thing. I thought that was really funny. The line that Noah Gragson said about Sabrina Carpenter, because, you know, the Daily Downfords mentioned Sabrina Carpenter and William Byron dating, and a bunch of people fell for that tweet. So, anyway, we're getting very sidetracked here. But, of course, one of the most significant parts of this is that next year is the United States of America's 250th birthday, anniversary, whatever the proper terminology is. And, of course, it's also in the Navy's 250th birthday anniversary, whatever you want to call it. So next year is a really big deal here in the United States of America. I know it's not July 4th weekend, but think about it. When you think about stereotypical patriotic American person, you think of someone who loves the United States. They're very patriotic, always waving an American flag, highly supportive of the military, and they also love when their cars turn left a bunch. So when you combine NASCAR, the military, patriotic stuff like that, and then you throw in that it's the 250th anniversary of the United States, there's going to be fireworks. There's going to be, by the way, there better be the biggest, best, coolest ever flyover. Flyovers are extremely cool. This one better like shatter every record of cool flyovers because they're on a military base. But with that being said, I think this is going to be a big kind of celebrating the United States of America on a naval base. Just a couple weeks before July 4th weekend for the 250th birthday of the United States. NASCAR, an extremely patriotic sport, always paying tribute to the military, to those who have fallen, to veterans, whoever it may be. I mean, we got the Coca-Cola 600 on Memorial Day weekend. You got the patriotic paint schemes all the time. You got the military camo paint schemes all the time. I mean, just truly, like the Army used to sponsor a car. Ryan Newman, Mark Martin, like NASCAR, the military kind of goes together, if you get what I'm saying. Now for the details of the track, we do not know. They did this little map during that promotional video I told you about, and, well, that's not actually the track. So we will not know the track layout until the fall. They said it's going to be approximately 3 miles and that there will be some really cool sights around the track. They're going to put some aircraft carriers. They're going to put some actual aircraft around the track, or at least within the sights of the track. So that'll make for some really cool pictures. I think they said part of the track, or they're going to try to make it to where you can see the San Diego skyline and the San Diego coast in the background. So they're going to try to make it very picturesque, if that makes sense. But on top of that, it's going to be a triple header. I think that's the most intriguing part to me, or most interesting, maybe not intriguing, but the most interesting part, because at Chicago, we only had the Cup and Xfinity series. Whereas this, we're going to have all three. We're going to have the trucks, we're going to have the Xfinity, we're going to have the Cup. Gotta say, we've talked about Kyle Larson in the triple a lot this year with Homestead and Bristol and how close he came there. I would be shocked if Shane Van Gisbergen's not running the triple, trying to complete that sweep next year, because I think that would be something interesting. That would be an added storyline. Of course, that would be the irony. A foreign driver, a non-U.S. citizen, sweeping the race weekend on a U.S. naval base. I mean, it'd be kind of funny, but as I said, it'd be really ironic. So, anywho, I've gotten sidetracked so much during this video. But NASCAR did a great job of promoting this thing. They did a great job with that video. As I said, San Diego, NASCAR's been trying to get back to Southern California. Last time they were there was in February of 2024. They lost to Auto Club. The Coliseum only lasted 3 years. So going to another track, or making another track in Southern California and San Diego, obviously that part of the country, very beautiful. The beaches and all that, good weather. I'm sure it'll attract a lot of fans. And then also, if you're a Southern California NASCAR fan, you finally have another race that's not 4 or 5 hours away from you. So that's good for them. Amazon Prime Video will get the Cup Series race. I'm very excited about that. Have loved Prime's coverage this year. The CW will have the Xfinity Series. Fox Sports will have the Truck Series as always. They said it's going to be about a 3-mile course. Once again, they don't know the layout quite yet. But San Diego, from the sparkling waters of Mission Bay to the warm tortillas of Old Town. And after a day of sightseeing, you can always just go to one of their city streets. So San Diego, beautiful part of the country, beautiful city. Now it's got a NASCAR race, and it's going to be on a naval base. So that's an extra kind of bit of excitement. So let me know what your thoughts are on NASCAR to San Diego. Curious to see how the 2026 schedule works around this. Obviously, last year Mexico was this date, or maybe it was the race after. Point being that this is a new date on the schedule. I mean, not just the track, but where it is on the schedule. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. NASCAR on a Navy base. Should be exciting.